Okay. The things it take, man. The things it takes for us to make content, bro. Let's let's try to make some content today, bro. Hey Siri, set timer for 15 minutes. Yeah, so we literally only have 15 minutes to make some contenting. Take the clip and get out of here and do and make something out of it, man. Right? So yeah. So we're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're here just to rant again. It's the same old thing. We're not gonna edit it, a lot of it. We're just gonna talk and see what happens, because that's the main point of my content nowadays, right? Is to be natural and just be free with the content itself. Is not to fully structure it, because I'm building my personal brand. I want the content to be seamless. The last thing I want to do is to fully structure it in the sense where I lose all the authenticity out of it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna keep it natural and just start ranting, because that's the easiest way for me to process all of this. Because whenever I try to structure a content in the sense that, you know what, I'm going to talk about that topic or this topic, it doesn't seem to work out that way. Yeah, so let's talk about personal branding, man. Remember, if you're trying to build your brand, your personal brand, just remember that your personal brand is just your reputation people have of you, right? And when you post a lot about yourself, that indirectly gonna be your brand, because whether you like it or not, you are branding. You're branding whether you like it or not, because as I said before, the branding is just your reputation, right? So each time you post, you have two choices. You can either be deliberate and be mindful when you're posting, so you know that whatever you post, that's what people gonna know you for. Or you can just let loose and post whatever, because whatever you post is indirectly what people going to be knowing you for, right? So it's one in the same, right? So you have to like make that decision whether you're gonna be mindful or not when posting. But regardless, your branding, there's no way to go around it, right? Every day you brand, the way you walk, the way you talk, who you talk to, who you don't talk to, the way you dress, right? The places you go, all of that is part of your brand, because all of those small components tell make up the big sum. All of those stuff tells something about you, right? So again, you have to make a distinction, a decision whether you want to be mindful or not. If you just want to do it like off the rip, right? I'm a little bit of both, but mostly I try to I'm being mindful when building my brand. Why? Because I want people to know me as a specific person, right? A specific type of person. And at the same time, you know what? I don't think I'm being mindful. If I'm being honest, I don't think I'm being mindful. I'm just making a rep, because that's the best. That's the best. That's the good thing about personal brand, right? You don't have to be fully rigid when making your personal brand. It's not like a business brand where people are like, you know what, this is my business. We have to be very like mindful of the things that we're posting, or else, right? Personal brand is all about you. What do you like? How do you sound? How do you sound when you're tired? How do you sound when you're happy? You know what I mean? It's all about being natural. It's all about being you so people can get a feel of who you are. Yeah, some people who can lie about it in the sense that they construct our personality. However, it's too difficult doing it like that because it take way more energy to be fake than to be real. It take a lot more energy to put on a facade, right? It's way more easier to just let loose and just be yourself and speak whatever you want to speak and sound however you want to sound. It's way more easier that way. So I would say if you're trying to grow your personal brand, just try to be less structured, be more loose and talk about stuff that you like. Like this is the thing, right? When you're trying to build a relationship with audience, I want you to think of a concept of think of the things that you talk with your friend when you're not working. So let's say you're someone who like real estate or you like branding and so forth, right? When you're not talking about branding or real estate or cutting up content or all of those good stuff, when you're not talking about that, what are you talking about with your friend, right? And talk about stuff like that on your social media, on your as your personal brand, because that's where you're gonna shine, because that's where people gonna see you as a human being. They don't want to talk to a robot. If they want to come to your page for information, if information was the pursuit, they will go to ChatGPT or Google. You are currently being recorded. They're there to talk to a human being, so just be a human being, right? Talk about your passions, right? And don't talk about don't just talk about it in the sense that, oh, you're just all about me. It's all try to talk to the camera as if you're talking to someone. Talk to Remember, there's the other person watching you at the other end of the screen, so that's something you have to be mindful of as well, right? So yeah, like just be yourself. Yeah, just be free with the content, bro. Experiment, see what works for you, see what don't works for you. You know what I'm saying? Experiment is key, bro. You have to experiment, try different personality types, like see what works for you. Oh man, making content can be so daunting sometimes, bro. Like sometimes I don't even want to make content, bro. But I know that there's a greater good, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you have to, like, when you're doing stuff like following your purpose or following your passions or whatever the case may be, or when you're doing stuff like that, just remember you're gonna be burnt out. Like, but you have to understand, man, like there's a bigger, much bigger purpose. There's something bigger than you're working towards, right? So this is just a minor thing that you're feeling in the moment. Maybe you're just sleep, maybe you need caffeine, maybe you need a Red Bull. Like me, I need a Red Bull right now. But yeah, that's the case. So yeah, like whenever you feel like don't doing something, just check yourself. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep or something. Maybe you're just burned out for a little minute, but it's not temporary. It's very temporary. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be there forever. And always dedicate yourself to your goals. Like not even just your goals. Like matter of fact, just forget your goals. Dissect your goals into daily habits that you need to implement on a daily basis and forget about the goals, because if you do it like that, what's gonna happen then? Your structure will be so strong that you'll just be doing what you need to do on a daily basis, and you'll just start achieving your goal indirectly than just obsessing over it, right? So try not to obsess over your goals and remember to live a little. You know what I mean? Live a little, go about with your friends, find stuff. Like, be an interesting person. Then you'll have something to talk about. You'll have stories to tell. Tell your audience, tell your kids, tell people around you and stuff like that. Huh? No. No, I got multiple. Yeah, but one of them lost. Somewhere. Me left you over here in the pouch from the house for. Yeah, so bro, this happened to me all the time, bro. I lost equipment so much. Like, bro, man, having like a bunch of camera stuff, man. Every time I go on a shoot, I lost something. I lost a tripod. I lost something, bro. I'm so I'm so bad looking, man. Yo. But yeah, be curious, man. Be curious. Be curious about a lot of stuff. Be curious about yourself. Most people don't even know themselves because most people are not even curious about themselves. They find is that they spend so much time chasing other people validation that they forgot that they're a person who need to give themselves validation. You need to treat yourself as a person who's worthy to take care of. Step out of yourself and treat yourself as another person. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing to say, but like, really treat yourself as someone that you need to take care of, like someone who's in your care. You get me? Like, that's the best way I could put that. Cause most people don't even care for themselves. They think they know what self care is, but they don't. Because the way they care for themselves is drown themselves in vices, waking up late, watching movies till it late, you know, smoking, doing drugs excessively. Is that self love? Or is that just you trying to escape your life? It's your life that suck that you're trying to escape it with vices, partying till hours with friends that you don't even care about, friends that probably gonna turn on you the first chance they get, and then you'll say people are bad and wicked. You take your resentment out on the world when you're the one who put yourself in that situation. Well, if that's self love to you, then by all means be my guest. But that's not self love to me. Self self love is like treating yourself like how you would treat your son or your daughter. You know what I mean? It's very disciplinary. Like, if your son doing something that's gonna hurt him, you wouldn't let him do it. You'll tell him not to do it. You get what I'm saying? Even though you want to do it, you'll say no. Listen to me. I said not to do it, you know? And that's why you need to talk to yourself. Have some self discipline. The thing we need to strive for is self mastery. Master yourself. Know when to say no to you. Not just to other people, to you. Learn when to say no to you. Most people can't even say no to them. Why is that? Why is it that you can't say no to you? Are you so afraid of yourself? You think yourself gonna whoop yourself ass? That would be so funny. It's like you have an alter ego or another self totally different and like fighting at you. Like, that would be so fucking weird. Yeah. Today's a chill day though. I'm just making some chilling content. I'm not even like pumped up to do content. I'm just like chilling, making content for the sake of it because you know that we have to make content. We have to make content. We cannot not make content. You know what I'm saying? We have to do what we have to do on a daily basis. Just putting in the reps because I know what I need to do to I know the goals that I have to achieve and I set in place. I forgot about them, but I already break it down to my daily habits. So this is just part of my daily habits. Just doing what I need to do on a daily basis so I can be the man that I know I am. And that's what a lot of people need to do. Y'all need to Start doing your your daily habits. Structure your daily habits in the sense that it makes you who you are and it's contributed to all your goals in life. So you set your big goal up here and you dissect it to daily habits that you need to do. Forget about the big goal, then execute on a daily basis. So that way, everything, the process is more fun, it's more enjoyable. You get what I'm saying? Face your fears and stuff like that. Bro, have you have you ever get nervous without you actually getting nervous? Like you feeling anxious in your body, but you are not anxious. You're like, shit, what's wrong with you, body? Like, why are you so anxious? You know what I mean? But you are not anxious. You know what I mean? But the body is anxious. That's a that's a sign that you're growing. You grow so much that the stuff that used to make you anxious don't make you anxious, but the body still remember it. See, that makes sense, right? And you're growing so much as well that you are aware of your anxiety, and you know that the anxiety are not real, they're just notification. It's like a your body and your sensory organs are like a phone. Like whenever you get a message about like something bad happened, maybe you feel angry, like those are just notification. You are not actually angry, but the body is sending you a notification. It's called anger, to say something bad is happening. Here is this energy if you need to use it to rebel against something or whatever the case may be. That's a flight on flight response, man. Like emotions are not absolute, they're just notification of what's going around in the surrounding. And the fact that you can be aware of your emotion that's a show that how much you're growing spiritually. You get what I'm saying? Most of y'all just keep growing spiritually, man. Y'all are beautiful people, bro. Like all the shit that you're going through, all the people that you're backstab, all the people who backstab you and stuff like that, those were meant to happen. It's just part of the big game of life. It's just part of the big game of life. Like nothing in the universe just happens. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? It's just the law of synchronicity. Like if everything is falling apart right now in your life, just understand that all that thing that's falling apart is not because you're gonna, oh, God is making everything fall apart, so you're gonna go bigger. That's not what it is, right? That thing is, let's say you're doing a bunch of good stuff right now, but things are falling apart. You have to understand that these things were falling apart right now was done in the past before all the good stuff that you were doing, right? But the good stuff that you're doing now is gonna come after all of these things fall apart, because you did it after the thing that was falling apart back in the past. Don't let that wrap around your head, right? It's like karmic debt. It's just that's how it works, right? You do something good right now, then you do something bad, something good's gonna happen, then something bad's gonna happen, right? That's all it works. It's karma. It's karma. What goes around comes around. You know what I mean? So don't worry about being mindful. Just worry about being honest, truthful, kind, and moral. Be a more moral person, a high moral person, and don't try to do as much good as you can to yourself and your neighbor. Like the Bible said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But the thing is, people see the love your neighbor part, but they don't realize you have to love yourself before you can love your neighbor, because you said love your neighbor as you love yourself. But a lot of people don't know how to love themselves. So that's something for another day. That's a topic for another day. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. That's all the content I want to make today. So as I said, I'm just putting in my daily reps. I hope y'all get something out of it, because I sure do. Ranting every day just made me feel satisfying that I'm doing my daily habits like I told myself that I would do. So yeah, peace out, man.